We often talk about serotonin as the happy chemical, a simple dial we can turn up to fix a bad mood. But for a long time, the way this molecule actually works in the brain has been incredibly difficult to pin down. Serotonin doesn't have one single job. Instead, it interacts with at least 14 different specialized docking stations scattered throughout the brain. Scientists call these docking stations receptors. To understand our mental health, we have to look past the serotonin itself and focus on which specific docking stations it's landing on. These scans show the 1A and 2A receptors, a two-part survival system. The blue and green 1A receptor is tucked deep in the limbic system, handling raw stress. The red and orange 2A receptor lives on the outer cortex, driving high-level complex thinking. Because they live in completely different neighborhoods, serotonin causes very different reactions depending on which one it reaches. These physical locations in the brain change how we feel and behave when life gets difficult. When serotonin lands on that deep brain receptor, it acts as a stabilizer. Impulsivity, aggression, and anxiety settle down. But the outer layer receptor does something else. While it may cause a brief anxiety spike, it triggers a massive increase in general plasticity. Plasticity is simply our ability to change. It makes the mind more flexible, helping us learn new things or let go of old habits. The deep receptor helps us tolerate stress, while the outer one makes it possible to actively change our relationship to it. If this outer receptor makes us flexible, why does it sometimes lead to such unpredictable results? In this hyper-flexible state, the brain loses its rigid filters, becoming incredibly sensitive to the world around it. Your mindset and physical surroundings become the most important factors. They determine if this openness leads to a positive breakthrough or a difficult experience. This receptor doesn't create a specific outcome on its own. It simply opens a temporary window where we are more vulnerable and capable of change. Researchers have combined these maps and behaviors into one unified theory, the Bipartite model. The top half is Pathway 1, passive coping. This is our ability to endure stress, build patience, and stay resilient when we're stuck in a bad situation. This is how traditional antidepressants like Prozac work. They help us build that daily resilience so we can weather a difficult season. The bottom half is Pathway 2, active coping. This system helps us completely change our behavior when endurance isn't enough. Emerging psychedelic therapies use this window of flexibility to help people with severe depression shift their perspective. It means our brains have two distinct survival strategies. We can learn to tolerate the storm, or we can find the flexibility to build a different path. This model shifts the way we think about mental health and recovery. Instead of just relying on our ability to endure pain, we are seeing the potential for active transformation. We are discovering how to use both of these internal systems, not just to numb the mind, but to help it grow and thrive.